Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, it's Giuseppe with AI Business School and ZIO Advertising. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Happy Monday. I love Mondays. If it's not Monday, you're probably close to a Monday. In which case, it's a great day to make some money. Now, if you're like me and you've been getting stuck on Claude Code, I'm here to share with you a pretty cool shortcut I found. It saves a ton of tokens. No matter which version of Claude you're on, you're going to start saving some real money. And it's way better at context awareness, and it got me through a problem that had me locked down for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm so grateful that I found this. I found it from another channel, which is, I'll share the other channel I got it from a little later, AI Labs. Really cool guy. But yeah, I want to show you a little bit about what it is, and in the description I'm going to add a link which has all of the prompts that you need to get this started the first time in a project and every time you start a project. That way you can just jump on and have it sorted out. Now what this does that's a little different is the first time you launch this into a project, it goes through and it kind of creates a glossary of every single thing that happens in the project, like all the different bits and bobs and pieces and how they all sort together. And then once it has that, every time you open the project and you start this, instead of going through the project and try every single line and trying to find that like one thing it needs to fix, this creates a glossary. So it goes kind of through the glossary, and then it uses that glossary to find exactly what it's looking for. So what would happen as an example is I would try to change like a button, or I'd try to build a website and a color was off, like it would be white on white in the background, and I needed it to be, readable, black letters on white background, or blue letters on a red background, or whatever, yellow on white or yellow on black or whatever color. So it was like white on white. I couldn't read it. And no matter how many times I was like, hey, this button's not working. Here's the page. Here's the link text. Here's the button. Can you go in and fix it? It would fix that, and then 3 or 4 other things would just be wrong. And I was like, this is not working for me. And it took me about 3 weeks. I found this. It's an MCP called Serena. It's not really an MCP. It's kind of more of a tool that you load into the project. And I have it in most of my projects, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a project that I don't have it linked into. And then from there, I'm going to link it into that project, and I'm going to show you what it does, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. So I have a website right now I'm doing all of my testing on for this stuff, the SEO, the website building. It's called H2 Echelon, and it's a hydrogen thing. So what I have is I have it stored on my local desktop. And so what you do is you just come into here, you go CD, and this takes it to my desktop, and then the file name, I'll go CD again, and I'll go H2 Echelon Dash July 23rd. And now you can, oh, that didn't work. Hold on. Dash July 23rd, H2 Echelon. I must have spelled something wrong. Oh yeah, I missed a Y. So you have to be see, I missed a Y in July, and it said it didn't work. CD H2 Echelon Dash July 23rd. Okay, now we're in. Okay. And now here's the prompts. Again, this will all be loaded in the bottom. So the first time you open a project, you have to add Serena to the project. So I'm just going to copy this here, and you just paste this in. It says Claude MCP add Serena UVX from GitHub. There's a link, context, IDE assistant, project. And now it's going to go in and it's going to add this. It already exists. So it's not doing it because it's already done it once. That's fine. Now I'm going to go Claude, dangerously skip permissions. Cool, we're in. Now, the first time you load Serena, you give it the instructions. So I'm going to go MCP initial instructions and click enter. And it's going to craft. Right? And you can see here that it's going through and it is checking onboarding is performed, if it's been performed on the project. Onboarding was already performed. So I'm doing this now to show you kind of what it would be like the first time you onboard it. But once it's onboarded, it's there. You don't have to do this again. You're chilling. So now it's saying, how can I help you today? I'm just gonna load this in again, just for the sake of having it. So you can see it's analyzing the root structure, examine the JSON packages, exploring source code, identify comprehensive memory files, and then identify configuration files and build setup. Now, when it does this, there's going to be another page that opens. There's going to be another page that opens on your desktop. I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so this is the Serena logs that it will create for you. And this is what it shows. So you can shut down the server when you want to. You don't have to. I've left mine open, but you'll see here the 127.00.1. That just means that it's using the tool locally on your computer. So it's not on the internet, it's on your computer. So it has a project on your computer. Now it's brought this tool in, and once it understands a tool, it's using that tool against what's already on your computer. Now this is cooking. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of put these side by side, and then you can see what it's like to have each of these kind of set up. So now what you see here is you see Serena, which has kind of the entire thing logged, and then over here you have the identify configuration files build. So it's kind of chatted with us. It's created memory files of the project overview, code base structure. So now it understands things at a much deeper level. So if we want to mess around with this, we can just open up the website. We can have a look at what we're working on. Okay. And we're just going to say, like, look, this section here is a little not working. So I'm going to grab this section. I'm going to click inspect. And this is the section, because I inspected this specific section. So we'll just go down here. Where is it? We know it's this. So inspect. This is the section. I'm going to go copy element. I'm going to say this element on the home page is not working. Could you replace this image with one that we have available so it doesn't look broken? And I'll paste that. I'll click. And now you go into here and you'll see broken image homepage. So it's going to check the pages that are available. Right. Now, I'll show you something else while we're doing that, because why not multitask? I'm kind of giving you the idea of how Serena works. Now, I do want to do H2 echelon. So it hasn't been performing super well. I want to see if there's a reason for this. So I'm going to bring this to the side, and we'll do a little bit more like SEO stuff with this as well. Let's have a look at pages. 41 not indexed, right? 7 reasons. Let's find out. So here's an error. Validation failed. These are a bunch of pages with H2O errors. I'm going to skip this for now. We're going to do this on the next video, just so that way we can have that be a thing that's done. So, okay, so now this is where we're starting. So now you can see it successfully replaced the broken image. So let's have a look. It won't be fixed right away, but it will be fixed. And you can see now this is hard to read. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell it, okay, I found another issue that I also want to fix before we push this to the Git. I'm going to say, oh, it's kind of, okay, so here, this section. So this section I'm going to go the section of the home page has white writing on a light pink background and it's too hard to read. Here is the code for the section. How can we make this easier? So I'm saying, here's a section. Okay, I found another issue that I want to fix before we push this to the Git. Here's a section of the home page that has white writing on a light pink background. As you can see here, no bueno. Okay, so I'm gonna load that in. I'm gonna paste this section. And then I'm gonna say, here's the code. How can we make this easier to read? And again, I'm gonna come in here, right click, inspect, and I'm gonna grab the actual section here that kind of has all of them figured out. Like you can see here when I hover, it covers all three of those sections. And then, but these are also the sections that need to be fixed, right? So I'm gonna grab these sections. I'm gonna copy element and I'm gonna paste those in there as well. And I'm gonna paste that whole thing. Now we're gonna let it do its thing. And we're gonna see what it comes up with when it's done. Okay, so I do believe this is fixed. To confirm, I'm going to say, can you launch this locally so I can check that the errors have been corrected. Now this is like just classic problem solving. I'm just asking it to launch it locally so I can see what the issues are and if it's working better now. Now, in the comments, I'll link the MCP and I will link a free document that anyone can sign on to, and just you can get these prompts so that way whenever you open up a folder in something new, you'll have it readily available right there. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's here. Some of the things are kind of buggy. I don't think that's fixed, but it's not broken, and this is better to see. Okay, so it's kind of working. It's kind of not working, it's kind of working, but it has kind of done what I wanted to. Okay, so if you have made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me. The ending of the last of when I originally recorded this video is a little botched. Anyways, at the bottom, there will be a Google Drive link where you can apply Serena for the first time, and then every subsequent time that you log into any project which is saved locally, the instructions are there. They're for free. The link's in the description. As you can see, we were able to come through and make these changes, and it even added an image there. So yeah, that was a little bit of like how to install Serena, what it's good for, and a little use case scenario. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It goes so far whenever you guys even comment on any of my stuff. So I super appreciate it. It keeps the channel going. And yeah, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm super grateful that you're here. And I hope that this helps you make a little bit more money a little faster over a long period of time. Cheers. I'll see you later.